Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 1st to the 15th, 2020 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. Now, before we dive into this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration, and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body, like storm clouds. Feeling yourself become calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe, loving space. All right. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Cancer, September 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. 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 Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show us clearly. Fantastic. And before we dive into the tarot, oh goodness. Let's see what your chakra has to say for this time. Cancer, September 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. September 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. September 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me deeply. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Fantastic, these three. So we have here rebirth. This is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below your feet. Cancer, you're going to find that this time is a very grounding time for you. It's also a very powerful, transformative time. So as you're moving forward, you might feel yourself pulled in two directions, two ways of seeing things, because you are being reborn and you are embracing a voice within yourself that you thought was lost, was gone, and wouldn't be. So here you're really stepping into your power as you embrace the Earth Star chakra. And then we have insight. No, inspiration. And inspiration comes with insight. Spirit's like, no, wait, let's see. And that's what you're going to feel like with so many things. No, wait, let's see. Let's see what inspires. Let's see the insight that I'm being given through spirit, through, this earthly plane. Let me see how I want to move forward, where it is that I want to be within my soul, within myself, as I am embracing my truth. This is the sacral chakra. This is where a lot of negativity is held from this life, from past lives. And as you are embracing your truth and your desire and what you really want from life, you are going to find yourself inspired and having much greater insight. You're not going to be held back by past traumas from this life, from past lives that you've inherited through your family line. So it's going to be intense, but it's also going to be really, really beautiful, really freeing. And then we have Mother Earth. The Earth Star Chakra is really playing just a huge role in your life during this time. It is the way that you connect with the earth and to yourself, the way that you are nurtured, the way that you are looking at things, your power, your intuition, your insight. And here with with Mother Earth, you're going to find that as you are transformed, you see the earth, you see yourself and your relation to the earth quite differently. And as you embrace this, you embrace you. So what I love the black with the orange. It just really pops, right? And also kind of Halloween-y, which I know we're ahead of. But here, it's a sense of this power coming forward. It's your roots, and it's what inspires you. It's where you want to be. And it's looking at the sunrise and the sunsets with new eyes and new understandings. And that really is because you are being reborn during this time. It's like things that you have seen every single day, they start taking on new meaning, new power, and new depth. Oh, the left-hand side is your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. The right-hand side is your public self. So we start with the Six of Pentacles. We have Temperance, which is Sagittarian energy, a time frame of November 22nd to December 21st. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles. I like that progression here, from the Six of Pentacles that you are crowned with to the Seven of Pentacles. And then we have the Ace of Swords right at your roots. So you are nourishing, you are growing, and you're getting new ideas, new inspirations. You're seeing things come forward. And this is the Fibonacci sequence, right here, right? It is that pattern that can be found within nature, which is, again, connecting you to Mother Earth and to the power that is grounding you and that is moving you forward. And that is also nourishing you. We then have the Ace of Cups. So this is a time of great gifts given of the mind and of the heart, a healing, cleansing power coming forward, a release. You are always, okay? So for you, Cancer, you are always connected to your heart, your soul, yourself. And here, you're embracing that connection of heart, soul, and self. And you're even going deeper. All right. And as you are going deeper, you are cleansing away the negativity. You are going to find that you might be a little bit, hyperly sensitive during this time, or really just in tune to the emotions of everybody around you. And you're going to think, I need to step back. I can't really, handle all of this. And that's going to be an important thing for you to do, to step back, to center yourself as you embrace the gifts that come forward. You then have the High Priestess, who absolutely fits with you here, especially at your heart when you are healed, and as you are healed and cleansed. Here with the High Priestess, you are embracing a freedom of expression and of self. You are having the veil lifted from your eyes. You see things so much more clearly, so much more powerfully. It leads you to the Ten of Wands. It leads you to having help as you release burdens, as you release the weight that you have carried for others. And you are saying, this is what I need to carry for my heart, my soul, myself. The Hanged Man, you see things differently. And it can very well be, for a lot of you Cancers, you see things differently than the way that you once saw it. And so you're going to have this little bit of an argument with yourself, saying, well, I'm not being nice. And nice means a lot. Nice means a lot, period. But nice means a lot to you, Cancer. You give with the very depth of your heart and your soul. And so here, with the Hangman, as you see things differently, and as you have this gift of knowledge and of emotions coming forward, you're going to find that, with the root chakra, you are transformed and you are seeing things in a new way, with a new light, with a new understanding for your heart and for yourself. And as you do this, we have the Knight of Swords. So you are definitely taking this gift of the Ace of Swords. It is permeating a lot of this time, and it is moving you forward, and you are moving forward in determination and dedication. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight, so there is something here where you are going to think, I have to act right away. Kind of step back just a little bit, look at where you need to be, what you want, because you're going to be a little bit reactionary. And then this moves you to the Magician. The Magician has you taking all the gifts. And I do apologize if you can hear my neighbor's dog. And here with the Magician, you are going to find that you are entering into a power. You are entering into a place where you can really manifest. And you're using that manifestation of self to push you forward, to embrace your glory. And I love the High Priestess and the Magician are right here with each other, because the High Priestess and the Magician can be a beautiful partnership. The High Priestess pairs beautifully with, in the way that I see things, the High Priestess pairs beautifully with the Hermit and with the Magician. And so here you have her counterpart coming forward. The Magician is the one who takes the stage, who, calls upon their powers and does not mind if everybody sees. The High Priestess does things much more privately. And so you're going to have that energy of the heart where you're going to be much more private emotionally. In the public arena, you're going to step up and take the stage and move forward in the passion of what you desire. You then have the Fool, which is leading you on a new adventure, and you starting your hero's journey. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is prosperity and success and being a student of your wealth. So the Ace of Hearts isn't being taken right away, but it is permeating every single aspect of this time, and it is leading you forward, and it has you here with the Magician. Yes, you take it, but there is going to be a time here where you're kind of overwhelmed with emotions, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, am I taking things, am I moving forward the right way? There's worry, there's doubt, there's fear, there's anxiety that comes forward, and it leaves a lot of questions, but there are a lot of answers that are inspiring you. So let's see here, let's look at the people who will aid you during this time. Who are the people who will be aiding Cancer? September 1st to the 15th, 2020. Who are the people who will be aiding Cancer? September 1st to the 15th, 2020. Who are the people who will be aiding Cancer? September 1st to the 15th, 2020. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay, cool. You have 4. And we start off with the Princess of Wands. This is a fire sign energy, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius. This is a person who is passionate and who is creative and who has a lot of questions and a lot of wonder to them. They are going to be pushing limits. They're going to be pushing boundaries. They're going to be looking at things more honestly and truthfully than other people are comfortable with. So this is a person who is going to inspire and lead you forward, but who is also going to be really focused on their journey. And if you find inspiration from their journey, that's awesome. These are people, okay, with the people who aid and the people to be mindful of. These are people that you don't necessarily have to know. I mean, you can be listening to their podcast, to their YouTube, you could be reading a book by them, watching a movie, and this is going to be a person who touches your soul in some way or another. Words that you sit there and you take in and you're like, wow, okay, I get it. Like it really does speak to you. And so here with the Princess of Wands, and Spirit is also saying there's an energy, and this is very interesting because there's an energy around them that encapsulates this way of being. So the Princess of Wands, okay, this person is going to have a feminine energy about them. It doesn't matter how they identify themselves. They are going to have this feminine energy about them. There's going to be this curiosity, this discovery, this nurturing sense of self, and this sense of passion, desire, and creation forward. It then leads to the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is, of course, a water sign energy, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a fellow Cancer. And this is a person who rules their world. This is a person who sits on their throne and says, and knows, they might not say it, but they definitely know it. I cannot control anybody else. I just can't. I can only control me. And that's the thing with the King of Cups. Because the King of Cups in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, he is a king on a rock in the middle of the sea, right? There's a kingdom behind him, and it is implied that he is a kingdom. He is the king of that kingdom. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. So it is implied that we take on the responsibilities of others and for others and everything like that, and that life can weigh us down. Yes, that is part of living. It can. But with the King of Cups, there is this desire for a release. There's a knowing of, I can only rule myself and my world. And even then, when you can only rule yourself. In your world, I mean the footsteps you take forward. You are going to find that even then, okay, you start to go off path. You'll defy yourself. So it's a full-time job, right? And here with the King of Cups, there is a passion and a power to you. This person can also have a very big dog, all right, behind them, because this person has the Irish Wolfhound behind them. And this is going to be a person who is astoundingly dedicated, astoundingly loyal, a very loving person, but also a very practical person. And it might get confused, the loving loyalty with the practicality. And then we have the moon, Pisces energy, all right? Time frame February 19th to March 20th, facing fears, doubts, apprehensions, questioning, seeing the way that we want to move forward and thinking, will I ever get there? So fear can lay heavily, especially over your heart, with something, with what you want from life, with the beauty of creating that love and that joy and that understanding, and thinking, man, this is just going to be such a hard road. And here's the thing, the fears that we have, we can make them so much bigger in our mind. And yes, we're supposed to pick out what to be afraid of, right? We're supposed to assess situations, and we do. We assess situations very quickly. We assess people very quickly. And fear can take root in our souls very, very quickly. And this is saying here, I know that's a survival response. I know that's what kept my ancestors alive, right? But in our modern world, and our modern world is so astoundingly different than our world 100 years ago, 200 years ago. Not even, don't even think about 500 years ago, right? But as we go back, the world gets to be so different and so different. And so as we've developed, is very different. And what we needed as tools for hundreds of thousands of years is very different than what we need as tools now. So here, this is saying, understand the fear. Understand and respect that your subconscious is guiding you forward and assessing situations and helping you. But don't be ruled by it, because this can rule it. It really can. It then leads you to temperance, which you have temperance right here, all right, in your inner self. And here with the Sagittarius energy, November 22nd to December 21st. This is a person who is very powerful, who is very truthful, all right? Here with this person in fear, Spirit had me talk about it for you, all right? With the moon, this is a person who faces their fears. And this is a person who can be ruled by fear, and you see it. And their fear triggers something in you that makes you see your fear that has held you back and makes you say, no, that's not my truth. And it leads you to this sense of balance and understanding. It leads you to this person who is a spiritual teacher, all right, who brings balance to the world in a way that they might not even be aware of, okay? And this is a person who connects with the energy of the world, right? Also somebody who asks a lot of questions. That's kind of mother's milk to them. And as this energy moves you forward and as you embrace the curiosities of the world, you have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is prosperity, yes, and a balancing of prosperity. But it's also an understanding that a lot of the world has its hand out. And a lot of people that we deal with, they have their hands out. And it's like, okay, listen, I cannot give and give and give until there is nothing left within me. That's just not going to be the way that it is. And so here with the Six of Cups, you're putting down your foot and you're saying, I need a symbiotic relationship. I need a give and a take. I need a balance moving forward. I need more. And you're going to think that that's super selfish, all right? You are. Cancer, that's going to be one of your first reactions. You're going to think, oh, I can't do that. That's super, just too self-indulgent, selfish. And here with the Six of Pentacles, you are going to find that there needs to be that balance, because you risk burning out. You risk giving and giving and giving till there's nothing left to give. And this can be of wealth. It can be boiled down to having to give of money, or having somebody literally with their hand out wanting more from you, and you're looking at them and you're like, no, that's not how this works anymore. This can also be personally the wealth, what you value as money, what you see as riches. And there is this balance that is needed. There's also this balance needed at work. Okay, people put a lot on your shoulders, and at home people put a lot on your shoulders, and you need to have this balance coming forward. Excuse me. It leads you to temperance. It leads you to balance. It leads you to peace. Again, the Sagittarius energy moves you, and you see the angels are behind you, right? The angels give you wings, help you see things more clearly, help you balance your truth and your harmony more profoundly, and help you be who it is that you want to be. You're looking at things not in a way of, oh my gosh, this again, but you're looking at things in a way of, I am filling my cups, I am filling my knowledge, I am filling my understanding, and I am moving forward in that grace and in that beauty. And as you do so, you're going to find that you're nourishing, okay, what needs to be nourished. There is going to be this sense of wanting things to hurry up. It's kind of like, why is everything taking so long? When is the prosperity coming forward? When is the bounty going to be a part of my life? When are the questions going to end? Here's the thing with questions. They never end. They never end, Cancer. And because you live deeper than other people live. A lot of people live on the surface. Cancer, you live deeper within the heart. And so here, when you nourish something, when you want things to flourish, when you are giving your all right, there is going to be the sense of looking around and thinking, people don't work this hard, right? But here's the thing. You're not like everybody else. And that's powerful, right? You plant your seeds. You nurture them. You care for them. And you watch them grow. And you're very closely connected to the earth, because the water and the earth, when you look at the globe, that's what the world is made out of, water and earth. And so here, have patience with what you have planted, with the seeds that you have planted, with what you desire to create and cultivate within your garden of life, and where it is that you want to be. Because this is a time where you kind of have a green thumb, where you're able to look at things and really bring something beautiful forward. Yeah, bring something very beautiful, very connected with yourself and your soul forward. And as you do so, and as you have patience is going to be the hardest part. You're kind of going to want this to have happened yesterday. But as you have patience, you have the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of knowledge. Yeah, of knowledge. This is the Fibonacci, again, sequence. This is the pattern of creation. And this is going to be what you see. You see things in patterns during this time. You're going to see things happening. And you're going to think, well, that's interesting. Like, that just happened 5 seconds ago, or I was just thinking about that. Your intuition is going to be highly increased, right? Yeah, and I believe Spirit, I do have a hard time holding on to the readings as they come from Spirit. So here, with the inspiration, it was insight. It was, knowledge coming forward. And so here, with this inspiration, this sacral chakra, right? This is where the gift of knowledge is coming from. And it seems very, very odd to have a gift of knowledge coming from the sacral chakra. But it is a part of you. It is a part of you during this time. And it is going to guide you forward. It is going to have you see things in a different way. It is going to have you look at things in a higher truth and a greater beauty. And as you do so, and as you cut through the doubts and the fears and the things that had, seemed so important, and now you're realizing, maybe that's important for other people, but for me, I need this. Maybe that's the truth for the rest of the world, but it's not my truth. And you start to really connect with what you need to move forward with what inspires and, guides you. And that leads you to your heart. And your heart is healing. And your heart is strengthening. So whenever our hearts heal, whenever our hearts look at, a hurt and a pain that we have been through and starts to heal, it inspires us. It does. It brings us to a different plane. It brings us to a different way of looking at things. And as we do this, you are going to find that you drink deeply of healing. You drink deeply of the cup of calm serenity and of beautiful peace. And as you do this, you embrace what you love, you embrace what you desire, and you embrace what you want. Divinity cleanses away the hurts, the pains, the disappointments, the doubts, the fears, the anger. Does it get rid of it forever? No. May it not get rid of some of it for some of you Cancers? Yeah, most definitely. It's not going to be like, oh my gosh, everything is just perfect. It's like, wow, I'm not ruled by this anymore. Or even if it is the first thing I think of when I wake up in the morning, I'm seeing things more clearly. I'm seeing things more powerfully and more honestly for me. And as that happens with the Ace of Cups, we have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, right? You have this loving, healing kindness coming in. And the High Priestess takes the veil from our eyes, has us seeing things so much more truthfully, so much more honestly than we had imagined. And with this knowledge and with this understanding comes this sense of really listening to the world and the word that divinity says to you, because you have the mind and the heart coming forward. And that's going to be where divinity talks to you. It's in the mind. You process these it's words, yes, but it's going to be words that you hear within your mind, within yourself. And you process these emotions. This is also the mind and the heart working together. And that's going to be something that is really beautiful, because it's almost like having a superpower. You have your thoughts and your emotions coming together to make you strong, to make you grounded and guided. And this is what aids you in truly connecting with the High Priestess. Now, for some of you Cancers, the High Priestess is going to be a bit too intense. And you need to say to her, you really do, like, I need to step back a little bit. I need to, I can only take a little bit, because there's already so much on my plate. And so here with the High Priestess, you are looking at how you want to move forward. You are connecting with the words of divinity. And remember, the words of divinity are hidden words. They have a multitude of meanings. And so as you are connecting, you can always be going deeper, understanding more, and getting a new layer. There's also going to be a little sense here emotionally that you are going to be, it's not detached in a bad way. It's kind of like you're just going to be a little bit different than everybody else. And that's not going to be bad at all. Your heart is also so powerful that at times you're kind of used to being different than everybody else, seeing things differently. But here there is this passion, this power, this understanding. And with the 10 of Wands, okay, you're letting go of so much baggage that you have carried. And it's weighed down your heart, because that's where your baggage goes. Cancer, your baggage goes to your heart. It goes to your soul. It goes to yourself. And with the 10 of Wands, you've taken the weight of everything off of everybody. And you said, don't worry, I can hold this. Which is cool. Like, if you hold things for people for a little bit of time, that's cool. But if you take it away forever and say, don't worry, you don't have to learn this lesson. Don't worry, I know this is hard for you. Yeah. It doesn't help that person grow. And it's so hard. I mean, I struggle with the 10 of Wands. It's kind of like, oh, I can help you. I can help you. I can lift you up, But then who the heck lifts you up? Who the heck takes the baggage that you are carrying and says, you know what? I'm going to make this easier for you. And Cancer, that's something important. Like, who eases your load in this world? Because if you have a person who does, that's your person. That's a good person to keep around. And if you're saying, Dane, I am drowning under this weight, right? Calling on your angels, calling on your spirit guides. And you might sit there and think, what the heck are they going to do for me? They can't actually help me. They're not here. They're not corporeal. They are, incorporeal beings that kind of sound like grown-up imaginary friends. And you can get really hard on yourself and get really mad. And for some of you Cancers, you actually are. You're going to sit there and be like, well, what is this nonsense? How do I get to move forward? Where do I get to be? And as you're looking at this, let your anger out. Write it out in a journal. Speak it out. Get frustrated. And then look at why you are frustrated. Is it because, they should really be taking more responsibility for themselves? So give it to them. Is it because life was supposed to be different? Remember, and here's the thing, and it's so hard. And you have it here with the 7, that's it. For a lot of you Cancers, you have it here with the 7 of Pentacles. Life got hard, right? And life is hard. It's one of the fun facts of life. With the 10 of Wands, you have to be patient. And the 7 of Pentacles together, it's in divine time, not our time. And that is so annoying, right? What you are also doing is you are taking all your burdens, all your doubts, all your fears, and you're putting them down. And you are saying, this is what I want to create for my life. This is where I want to be. And this is what I desire. And as you do so, as you release, right? And as you embrace your passion, your joy, you have the hangman. You don't see things the same way. You just don't. You don't see things like everybody else. And you're going to think, man, that's so wrong. I should be like everybody else. And here's the secret. You really shouldn't. You really shouldn't. Because everybody puts on a show. Everything is edited, smiles are plastered on, and you see beyond all of this. And you're not buying it anymore. You're just not. And you are embraced. You're embraced by wisdom, by understanding, by letting things change, and by embracing that change. Yeah. Because it links you with your rebirth. And as you are linked with your rebirth, you have the Knight of Swords. In the public arena, your heart is going through all of this. And in the public arena, you're like, I know my mind. I know what it is that I want. I'm definitely really, really aware right now about what I don't want. And I'm moving forward. With the Knight of Swords, this is the fastest moving knight. So this knight has a tendency to kind of jump the gun just a bit. But it can also be the hero knight. So it's as you think things through, as you kind of step back. The Knight of Swords is Prince Charming. The Knight of Swords is the one who rescues, who saves, who creates. And that's what you're embracing here. You're embracing that Knight of Swords mentality. Even if you're just the hero of your own life, isn't that amazing? Even if you just rescue yourself or save yourself a little bit, that is beautiful. And so here, with the Knight of Swords, yes, it's an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. But it's also here you looking at what you desire and not being held back, not doubting, not fearing, not saying, oh, I just can't. And it's like, oh yeah, I can. And that's going to be a lot of your mentality in the public arena during this time. It's going to be like, well, if I don't do it, if I don't, go after what I want or where I want to be, somebody else will. Somebody else will go after their dream. And I'll sit there and think, wow, that's really great of them. But that can never be me. It's like, oh no, yes it can. Yes, it can. And as you do this, and as you're moving forward, and as you're going after what you want, and as you're seizing moments, and not letting them become other people's highlights, but saying, this is my highlight, this is my truth. It leads you to the magician. And the magician creates. The magician says, as above, so below. As I believe it, so it becomes. And the high priestess sees it, and the magician creates it. The magician makes it real. And this is what you're embracing. You're embracing knowledge turning into power. You're embracing wisdom turning into action. You're embracing your truth and your passion and your dedication. And you are creating. And you are creating a glory within you that it's hard to see. And by this I mean it is hard for people to see this glory within themselves, their power, their purpose, their dedication. It's very easy to get very down and to sit there and say, it's never happening. Life is never going to change. It is. It really is. And that's going to be something very, very powerful for you. And the first place that it is changing, it's changing within yourself. That's why with the Temperance card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the angel is pouring water from one cup to another. Okay? It's not that water is ever changing, but it is, right? And it's flowing and it's fresh, but it is contained. And that's the waters within ourselves. Never fully changing, contained, and moving forward in a powerful understanding towards a place that we need to be. And here with the magician, you're calling on that power. You're calling on that strength. You're calling on that knowledge. You're calling on that truth. And you are creating something breathtaking, beautiful, truthful, powerful, You have all the elements around you. So that sense of, things not being fair and, things being too much. You're going to find here that you have laser focus. Now, it can be that the public arena is just going to be a little bit easier for you to maneuver in during this time, Cancer, than the private arena is. All right? It's going to be easier to embrace your passions and power in the world than it is to hold on to the passions and power within yourself. So that's going to be something here that you are really working on, really focusing on. And as you do so, as above, so below, as you believe it, so it becomes. You have the elements on your side, and you create, you cultivate. And as you create and you cultivate, you then have the Fool, which is card number 0 in the Major Arcana. So here you have that countdown from 1 to 0. You have 3 aces here, all right? Well, you have, 2 aces and 1, 1, all right? So you have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and now you have the Magician. This is a time of creating something bigger, something more, something powerful, something truthful. And as you do so, and it's a time of focusing on the self, which again, you're going to think that's so selfish of me to do, but it's not. If you don't focus on you, if you don't help you, who will? It leads you to the Fool. The Fool begins their journey. The Fool breaks out of their comfort zone, breaks out of the world that they know, and says, okay, now it's time to embrace something more. Now it's time to be something more. And this is the beginning of our journeys. This is a sense of self and of power and of desire. But this is also us being the heroes of our stories and really starting to see ourselves as the heroes of our stories, embracing the wild unknown and saying, instead of being terrified of it, I'm embracing it. I'm moving forward in it. I'm excited by it. And I'm going. And I'm starting and living my journey. And as you do so, the Page of Pentacles comes. You become a student of prosperity, of success, of bounty, of what you desire. You care and are connected to the seeds that you plant in this world. And you're looking at a much bigger picture than what other people are looking at. And that's part of that Fool's journey. You're going to sit there and realize that there's so much more for you to learn, for you to know. There's so much more out there to inspire. And that's what you're really going after. Now let's go deeper. Cancer. September 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. September 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. September 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. Show me more deeply, show me deeply, show me more deeply, show me deeply. Angels and spirit guides, show me deeply, show me deeply, show me deeply. Show me deeply, show me deeply. Ooh. Okay, this one, and then these two as extras here. All right, let's put them right over here. Better, much better. Okay, and let's see what people you have to be mindful of during this time. What people do Cancer have to be mindful of? September 1st to the 15th, 2020. What people do Cancer have to be mindful of? September 1st to the 15th, 2020. What people do Cancer have to be mindful of? Does Cancer have to be mindful of? September 1st to the 15th, 2020. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Ooh. Okay, that is too many. You have the top and the bottom. There we go. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. Okay, we're done. Yeah, Spirit was like, no, too many. Oh my goodness, that would just make me afraid to walk out my door. There were, 15 people to be mindful of. So we have here the Queen of Cups. This is a person who's too emotional, and they're not going to be sleeping very well, right? So this is a person, this is a water sign energy, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer. This could actually be here a couple, because whenever I have the King and the Queen of the same suit from the same deck, and you have the King of Cups and you have the Queen of Cups, this is somebody who's, one person is going to be very grounded, the other person is going to be very emotional, or during the day, very grounded, just very grounded, lovely people. At night, way too much, way too emotional, way too intense, and you're going to sit there and it's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing, and you're like, what the heck, what happened? Like, you're going to be at a loss for words. So just be mindful of that. Just be mindful of that energy. This is a person who feeds off of drama, all right? And you're not into that, because, it's very much a negative water sign. And a negative water sign is a person who feeds off of drama and emotions and just, loves to stir things up. Then we have the Princess of Swords. This is going to be somebody who's rather biting, and they're young. So they have a very young spirit to them. And they cut right through the point. They don't care who they hurt. They actually kind of think that they're funny or witty or really doing a great job. And you're just not impressed. You're not. And then we have the Chariot, which is a Cancer energy, of course. And this is, of course, a time frame of June 21st to July 22nd. Now, this could very well be another Cancer, all right? And this could also be a person who will not take no for an answer, is stubborn and is determined, and who moves forward and who will break down any barriers that stand in their way to get what they want. So just be very mindful of that. This is a person who really knows how to use emotion to manipulate, all right? Because these are people to be mindful of. It's a negative aspect here. This could also be a person who you really connect to, all right? But they're too much in their own world to connect, all right? Yeah. The 10 of Coins, which is wonderful. The Queen of Cups, so you have a negative Queen of Cups, and you also have a very positive Queen of Cups. And of course, this is you. In the Minor Arcana, you are represented by the Cups in the Minor Arcana. You are represented by the Chariot in the Major Arcana. You have the Knight of Cups. Knights protect queens, so that's absolutely lovely. We have the Five of Wands. A little bit of turmoil comes forward. The Ace of Coins, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of prosperity and wealth. You have the Chariot right here, so your authentic self really moves you forward. You're going after what you desire, what you want, and where you need to be. As you do this, you have the Ace of Swords, again kind of shining through. This time in the public arena, you know what you know, and your mind is really quite beautiful and intense. We have the Lovers, Gemini energy, a time frame of May 21st to June 20th. Love, joy, happiness, but this is also a duality of personality. This is, Spirit is saying needing harmony with what you want and what you desire in life. And then you have, of course, the King of Cups shining through. So I love this. So you are definitely shining through as we go deeper. And you have the King and the Queen of Cups. And as I said before, when Spirit gives me the King and the Queen of Cups, it is a soulmate connection, a true love connection. So that's something to be really excited about. And then your bonus cards are the Death card, which is a Scorpio energy, a time frame of October 23rd to November 21st, and the 10 of Swords. With the repeat of the number 10 here, you're reaching the end of a cycle, which is really exciting. And you have the 10 of Wands in the main part of the reading, so now you have 3 10s. Divinity is showing that you are reaching an end of a cycle. This leads you to prosperity, success, wealth that lasts for generations. This doesn't have to be money wealth. This can be what you value as much as money coming into your life. And as it comes in, you share it. You share it and you're known for it, and it touches people's lives, and they remember you. as time goes on. Well, they might not remember you exactly, but they remember the wealth that you passed on, the insights, the power, the beauty. And with the 10 of Pentacles, there is a prosperity to you during this time, especially in your public arena. Not your, well, yes, in your public arena, but in your private arena that affects your public arena as you move forward. There's a wealth to you, there's a power to you, there's a dedication to you, a determination, and there's a sense of really stepping into a place that feels right and a way that feels right. It can be astoundingly personal. It can be, it can be for everybody else to see. But what it is very beautiful for you. And as you do this, you embrace the most loving and caring of the queens, which is, of course, your queen, the Queen of Cups. And this is love and joy and beauty and harmony coming forward. This is really being connected with your emotions and also with other people's emotions. So just be mindful of that, especially since you have the King and the Queen right here. You're connecting on such a deeper plane that most people never know exist and never operate on. So it's kind of like here, as you connect, as you go deeper into life and what you want and what you desire and the prosperity, Spirit wants me to say, don't hold other people up to your same standards. But that's wrong. Like, that's what Spirit is saying. And the wording, not what Spirit said is wrong, but the wording of it is wrong. Because that makes us think that, well, my standards are too exacting, too much. And it's like, no. Don't forgive everything that they do, because that's who you are. You're a loving, caring, nurturing person. And of course I'll forgive. Of course I'll, sacrifice for this person. It's like, no. Lead and know the power of your heart as you move forward, as you are blessed, because it is going to part the seas for you. And it leads you here to the Knight of Cups. It leads you to defending what it is that you hold sacred, whether people understand it or not. Now, either you're the boat or the sea serpent, and that is completely up to you. As you move forward, you embrace a deeper truth, a deeper understanding. The Knight of Cups is the second slowest moving knight. So here, it's like you're in no rush. You are slowly and steadily building something that has weight and depth and beauty to it. It leads you to the Five of Wands. Doubts and fears come up. Now, of course they come up because you have the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups below it. And so here, with so much emotion moving you forward, with so much of a cleansing of soul and self, there is a need here to stop the fighting, to stop the doubts, to stop the fears, to stop the bickering, to stop, everything that has been holding you back, and to say it's a new slate. It's a new slate. It's a new time. It's time to, take that Etch-a-Sketch and just shake it and let the new beginning come. And as you do so, at the very heart is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a gift of prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. This is a gift that brings richness. Sorry about that. That brings richness to your life and power to yourself. And as you embrace this, it revs you forward. It leads you to something so much more and a place so much more than you had realized. And you are embracing this power, this knowledge, and this truth. And it is embracing you. These are the seeds that you are planting. And this is where you want to be. It leads you to your inner self and your true self. It leads you to a sense of power. And it also lets you know that you are driving your chariot. You are the person who's in control. And for some, you're taking back control. For others, you are embracing that control, that power, that sense of a surety of self. And you are moving forward, dedicated and strong and determined and, just darn lovely, really here. As you move forward, as you see what it is that you really want and where it is that you really want to be. And it leads you to the Ace of Swords again. Right over the Knight of Swords and the Magician. And here, you cut through doubts and fears. You know your mind, you know where you stand, and you know what you stand for. You're not going to be swayed by everybody else. This is your truth, and this is what you want from life. And as you move forward in this truth and in this knowledge, as you cut through, and as divinity cuts through your doubts and your fears, because the aces are always gifts from God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, right? As the doubts are cut through, as your power is seen, as your purpose is known, it leads you to the Lovers. And the Lovers is a duality of purpose, but a depth of love and caring and compassion and truth that is really quite beautiful. It is a sense of giving of the heart and knowing of the soul as you walk forward in the public arena. And that is a brave move, because a lot of people sit there and are like, no, I'm not making myself vulnerable in front of everybody else. But what this is saying here is that you're not making yourself vulnerable. You're leading with your heart, which for you, Cancer, is the most natural way to lead. And as you do this, you enter your kingliness. You enter your truth. You hold your cup in the air high, embracing what you desire, embracing what you want, embracing where you need to be. The Queen, yes, in your inner self, you move more easily, because queens move more easily. Queens for me are also the directors, and kings are the actors upon the stage. So you play both roles, you wear both hats, right? And here there is a power to you. There is a truth to you. There's a coming together of the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself. There is a sense of more, of greater, of intuition, of desire. And as you are embracing this, you are enhancing yourself. And it brings forward prosperity. It does. Because it heightens and really illuminates your authenticity and your uniqueness. So let's see what your spirit animals have to say. Cancer, September 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. September 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. September 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. These two, fantastic. Oh goodness, your bonus cards, I almost completely forgot. We have the Death card, which is a dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. A Scorpio energy, October 23rd to November 21st is the time frame. This is a leveling of the field. It really is. It is seeing things truthfully and honestly. And it is also being transformed and being reborn, which plays into the Earth Star Chakra, which is very powerful for you during this time. And as you are reborn, you also see things very differently than other people do, which is true because of your Cancer nature, but also with the Scorpio here. It is very true with, the way that you look at things, you see and are kind of drawn sometimes, especially during this time, to the darker side, to not to everything that has been edited and, overdone, but to something that is very real, very, very powerful. And that's going to be what guides you. And then we have the Ten of Swords. It's a whole bunch of knowledge taken on and taken in. It's cutting through doubts and fears. It's knowing where you stand and what you stand for. And it's a sense of again rebirth, but also knowledge hard won and proudly won and powerfully won. And each year you earned a sword. Each year there was a pain and a sorrow that defined that year. And as you see this, you see you. So much more truthfully, so much more honestly, so much more dedicatedly. At times, things play over in the mind. It's like overkill, right? But there is also a truth to you and a power to you that is beautiful. Your subconscious. And you've had all the tens now, I'm pretty sure. That's beautiful. So your your spirit animal message is the scarab beetle, which makes perfect sense because scarab beetles in ancient Egypt were treasured. They were absolutely treasured. And here it says, magic works through you. And it does. It works through you, it works with you, and it is a part of you. And you're going to see that during this time. There's a spark to you. call it magic, call it intuition, call it passion, call it power, whatever you call it, it's with you. And you're going to be like, wow, this is really nice. This is really cool. And then we have the dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends illusion. And you're going to find that a lot during this time. The truth of what you need, what you want, the way that you're moving forward transcends the illusion of the world. And it can be beautiful. It can also be very overwhelming. So be mindful of that. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the badger spirit. Be fearless and bold. And that's what you're going to be. Fearless and bold as you move forward, as you cut through doubts and fears, as you embrace what you want from life. This then leads you to the subconscious people message, which is the high priest. This is the Hierophant in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is determination, dedication, and being true to yourself. This is not being held back. This is stubbornly moving forward. And as you move forward, your subconscious chakra message is the heart chakra. Play. Play, creation, understanding, letting your heart shine through, letting joy be a part of you. That is going to be so absolutely important. It then leads you to your subconscious tarot message, which is the 10 of Pentacles. I love it. You have the 10 of Pentacles now in both decks. You have it here in the Magical Creatures, and you have it here in the Light Seekers, and there is a prosperity and a depth and a power to you that is coming. There is a wealth of money or something you value as much as money coming forward, and there is a rejoicing. And as you embrace this, you see your truth. You see what you desire. And yeah, you know what's truly important to you and what isn't. This then leads you to go deeper in your subconscious tarot message. And this is the Ace of Wands. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is now handing you another gift. And this is a gift of passion, of creativity, of power, and of intuition. Follow it. You have the Magician in this reading, so you take this gift. It's not of the same suit, not the same suit, the same deck, so it's not as firmly taken as the other gifts, but it is powerfully and beautifully a part of you. And you have the gifts here of the mind, of the earth, and of your creativity. And that's going to be something where you really start to see how you can utilize your creativity and your prosperity to move you forward. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a rising of our positive energy, a release of all that has held us back, and an embrace of a bright and promising future. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you go in peace and harmony, Cancer.